Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Super Monkey 2. In this episode we're going to go through Stage 5 of Zone 2, which is going to be super amazing. It's not going to be super amazing. It's going to be pretty cool, but it's not going to be super amazing. So anyways, in this level there's going to be a bunch of Moabs. Spoiler, because it's going to appear right there. Now I think that Moab is a bit smaller than the previous Moab from Stage 5 of Zone 2, or Zone 1. I don't know, it looks a bit smaller, but it might be the same size. So the beginning of this track is going to be a lot of this, basically, where it gives you 3 lanes and then a Moab on one and mini Moabs on 2 others, and all that. So I think it's pretty interesting the way they do it, and it sort of tells you which lane the Moab's going to come from, or Moabs are going to come from, because of the blue Bloons rather than the black Bloons, which I think is really nice that they did that. Pretty cool, pretty inventive, I suppose. Not really inventive, but you know what I mean. Hopefully. Anyways, it's... what was I going to say? I don't know. But here, now, there's just a bunch of streams of Bloons, and that looks like so many blops, but probably not as much as I think it looks like. But another random thing to notice, or to say, is that you only get blops when you actually pop the red Bloon layer, and not when you pop through like the blue or the yellow layer or something. Now here, I could spend a lot of time fighting all the shielded Bloons on those scorpions, or just stay over here in the corner and get all these other Bloons, which is what I'm going to do. Now here, these things, they are so clumped together and shielded that I can barely break through any of them whenever I do this at the beginning. But when I finish upgrading all of my upgrades and core abilities and all that stuff, then you can totally destroy those things, which is really, really satisfying because of how much trouble it takes, or it is for me, I guess, to pop through those at my current level, or at my current upgrade level or whatever. But anyways, I've got about 5,600 already, which is pretty good. Considering I think I left the last one at like 4,000 or 3,000 or something. I actually don't remember how much I left off on the last one, but anyways, or basically how much I started this episode on. This episode, I don't think it's that long. I mean, not this episode, this track, I don't think it's that long. I think the BFB, which, again, you know, spoiler, but it's not really that spoilery. I'm pretty sure most of you saw it coming, that it was going to be the BFB at the end of this level pretty soon. Maybe even right now. Yep, right now. And it's going to work pretty much the same way as the Moab on the last one. There's going to be a few more shielded Bloon obstacles that I have to shoot through or maneuver around, and then a BFB off-screen right now because I keep shooting it off-screen, but they're the BFB that I have to deal with. That, again, like the Moab, it moves back a little bit, I think, when I shoot it. Maybe not, but it sends out higher tiered Bloons the more damage I do to it. Kind of like a pinata, I guess. Not really like a pinata, because pinatas give out candy, not Bloons. Which is actually, I want to fill a pinata with Bloons now. But anyways, the more damage I do to it, the more Bloons come out of it, like I said, and the more higher level Bloon and everything. And I think higher level Bloons give me more blops once they're popped, than just regular red Bloons, but I'm not 100% sure. If all red Bloons gave me the same amount of blops, that'd be kind of interesting, and would probably change my strategy somehow, but I'm not entirely sure how that would change anything, or if it would be a noticeable change. But anyways, so I'm specifically trying not to just focus all of my attack power on it, because I want to get as many of these other Bloons as I can out of it. Well, right now I'm just going to finish it off because it's near the end of its life and it's getting kind of close to the end. Well, actually I'm not going to finish it off yet because that was a lot of Bloons that just came out of it. But now I should probably finish it off soon. Is the black Bloon the highest tier? No, now the white Bloons. What tier is it going to stop sending out? And now it's kind of flashing red with that red ring coming out around it. Come on, when are you going to pop? There we go. And all the other Bloons come out. Which is pretty good. I was going to say pretty powerful. Not really sure why it would be powerful. But anyways, now I've got about 6,000. And how much did it come from? Or, why is that music playing? I don't know. But, anyways, whew, I am feeling the effects of talking for an hour or two. Alright, so I'm just going to replay the level again. And of course do that on screen and everything. Now, the last time I was doing this, or as you just saw, I was focusing on all of the Moab sides of these beginning stages. So I'm going to focus on the little Moab side, or lanes, I suppose you could call them, for right now, just because that would give me more red blops rather than get a bunch of blue blops from all the Moab class balloons. Even if it's technically less blops, it's more red blops, or it's a higher concentration of red blops, so that should give me more money, cash, currency blop thing. I think there's an actual technical term for like these little blops and how much actual cash I have, like blops with a capital B or something like that. I don't know. Kind of like a what's it called? Like a calorie and then a capital calorie, like a capital C calorie or just capital calorie is like 1,000 other calories or something like that. I don't know. I'm not for sure on the specifics, but I think it's something like that. Kind of like a megabyte and a byte or something like that, or a gigabyte, whichever one would be 1,000 bytes. I think a megabyte is 1,000 bytes, but I'm also pretty sure it's a gigabyte. I'm not sure. Or a gigabyte is 1,000 megabytes, relatively. I know that's like 1,114 or something like that. Something that's not exactly 1,000. But anyways, these things, these little, I was gonna say idols or like structures or something, these figurines are just so infuriating because of how powerful they are, or how defended they are, like tanks in an RPG, and not like a rocket launcher and a battle tank. I mean like the class tank in a role-playing game type of thing, or League of Legends. Would you consider that a role-playing game in any way, or would tanks have anything to do with role-playing games? Whatever. Anyways, so back to this little laning section, which makes me think of League of Legends. I knew when I said lanes that sounded familiar, but then when I finally talked about League of Legends, and that reminded me that lanes reminded me of League of Legends. So anyways, back to this, which, another random thought. Do any of you want to watch me play League of Legends? Like, either streaming it or recording it as an episode? And I probably should have not said streaming it, because some of you might be like, oh yeah, stream League of Legends, but if I were to stream League of Legends, one, my gameplay would go way down, because frame rate would go way down, and two, the quality of the actual video wouldn't be very good, because live stream requires a lot of internet and computer processing power and all that, and I don't really have great either of those. So yeah, this time I'm just going to focus on the BFB as much as I can, and just get as much of it down as quick as I can, because I'd like to just pop it as soon as I can, with a lot of as soon as I can. And then once I do pop it and then finish the level, then I'm just going to go back and grind until I get about 8,500-ish in order to get the next core upgrade. And then I'll just stop playing until I upgrade, or not upgrade, until I'm ready to record the next section of this. And due to the positive response that I got from this series, which I'm saying after like 4 episodes have been uploaded, but seriously, due to the positive response of everyone wanting me to do this, I'm going to keep playing this until I finish, basically until I finish all the levels and make this a proper Let's Play and everything. But as far as all the other games that I've been playing in March, like Surgeon Simulator, Race the Sun, and Hearthstone, due to the, not necessarily negative feedback, but sort of to the lack of positive feedback, I'll probably have stopped this in March, or stopped those in March, which I'm not exactly sure when this is going to be uploaded, so this may be after March and you already know that I stopped, or I mentioned it in other videos or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, that's it for this episode, because I went through that twice. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.